Hi guys, so this is the week 12 video response. So for this one we're supposed to read a few articles and then talk about the audience for texts that we are trying to relate to the most. So for my example, I actually chose a part of a movie, and the movie is Inside Out. It's a Disney movie. It came out about maybe last year or so. But I don't want to ruin it, so if you haven't seen it, don't watch this, because I'm going to ruin it a little bit. So for part of it, or actually the whole movie, its main audience is children. So I think that they did a really good job in explaining the different emotions and how things work. Like there's joy, fear, sadness, disgust, and anger. And they basically control Riley, which is the main girl. They control her emotions and her behaviors, and it really shows that it made it so that the audience is a child, but it shows enough evidence that even adults can relate to it. So the part I'm going to be discussing is the part where Bing Bong, so if you haven't watched it, don't listen to this, the part where Bing Bong actually passes away, and it's because his red wagon that was supposed to take him and Riley to the moon fell over into the deep, I don't remember what it was called, it's where forgotten memories go. So he knew that he was going to be a forgotten memory, and he was sad because Riley wouldn't remember him anymore, because he was, her imaginary friend that she played with when she was a kid. So when they fell, they were trying to get back out, and he realized that the only way that joy and sadness could get back out to go to headquarters to save Riley was if he sacrificed himself. And I was talking to a coworker the other day, and she was talking about just how well that depicted the idea of depression. So in its own way, depression was explained to children, and how it feels like you're just at the bottom of this deep, deep hole and you can't get out, and you just don't want to move, you just want to stay, you just want to be sad, but in order to get out, you're going to have to do something about that. So the whole movie kind of showed the ideas of emotions, and the audience was children, so it showed how they could relate to it and how they could understand it a little more. When I was reading some of the articles, it said writers might have a clear sense of whom they're writing to. So if you're just writing to anyone, you're basically writing to no one, is what it said. You need to know specifically who you're writing to. And it goes the audience, purpose, context, and medium. So they said that when you're thinking about your audience, you should consider what they know already. So consider where they're from, who they are, their personality, their education levels, their professions, their languages that they speak. And so for my own project, the different texts I'm going to use are going to be used to relate to different age groups. So I was thinking about doing a children's story, a little children's book, and that's because I feel like I communicate with children well. I've learned over the years how they communicate, so I was going to do that as one, and then a poem short story for the older people that I would want to relate to, or a blog or something like that. So I think just knowing exactly who you're writing to, and then changing your language, changing your verbiage, the way you say things, and that would just really make the text really come to life, because once you specify and you have a plan in your head, then it'll come out in person. So yeah, week 12. See you guys next week.